Hey everyone, this is Michael again, and welcome to the Smackdown review. Smackdown tonight was from the Little Caesars Arena in Detroit, Michigan, and this was Smackdown's Fallout show from WrestleMania 40. And Smackdown tonight, I thought it was a decent show. I enjoyed Smackdown tonight. We had two triple threat matches tonight, where the winners of the matches tonight would face off next week one-on-one on SmackDown, and the winner will be the number one contender to face Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship at Backlash in France. And the triple threat matches that we had tonight, we had LA Knight versus Bobby Lashley versus Santos Escobar, and AJ Styles versus Rey Mysterio and Kevin Owens, which was the main event. We also had Bron Breakker in action. Bron Breakker, he hasn't been on SmackDown, in a while, because of course he was former NXT Tag Team Champions with Baron Corbin, which I really liked Bron Breakker and Baron Corbin together down in NXT. Thought they made a good team, but eventually they lost the titles, and Bron Breakker is now officially on the SmackDown main roster. And Bron Breakker, he ended up taking on Cameron Grimes to the moon. Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen Cameron Grimes on TV. We also had Naomi versus Tiffany Stratton, where the winner will be the number one contender to face Bayley for the WWE Women's Championship. We also had Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair team up to take on Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. Once again, Chelsea Green and Jade Cargill, went at it since, they went at it on Monday Night Raw on Monday, which I was at. It was the Raw after WrestleMania, which my Raw after WrestleMania vlog will be coming very soon. So I just uploaded my Night 1 WrestleMania 40 vlog, so if you guys haven't checked that out, definitely give it a watch. Just uploaded it earlier today, and I tried to upload it a few times, but I use iMovie to edit my stuff, and iMovie was just being a bitch with rendering the video. It was 21 seconds that iMovie thought I was editing with, but the video turned out to be an hour and 8 minutes. So, stupid iMovie. I had to use Video Proc Vlogger, which is an editing software, which is free. So I did that and edited the video without any interruption. It wasn't 21 minutes. It was the full hour and 8 second video. So, Video Proc Vlogger, did it well, even though it took all day for it to render today. But overall, SmackDown was a decent show. And we also had a debut tonight, which I will get into. But anyways, let's jump right into the review. SmackDown opened up tonight with the undisputed WWE Universal Champion, Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes came out, got a big ovation from the crowd there in Detroit. It was a great moment being at WrestleMania, seeing Cody Rhodes win the title, which we all knew was going to happen. But the ovation that he got there in Philadelphia in the main event of Night 2 was just absolutely great. You'll see it in my Night 2 WrestleMania 40 vlog, which will be coming up. But what a moment it was. So, Cody Rhodes came out, fans were chanting for him, and the fans were chanting, "You deserve it," just like they did on Monday Night Raw on Monday, which you'll see when my Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania vlog, comes up. So Cody got on the mic, and he did his shtick. He kept saying, "Detroit, what do you want to talk about? Cody ended up saying that on Monday on Raw. He was interrupted by the final boss, The Rock, which the crowd ended up booing when Cody ended up mentioning The Rock's name. We had a Rocky sucks chant end up breaking out. So Cody ended up saying that while The Rock was walking down, he thought, who the hell told you tonight is open mic night, bitch? So Cody ended up saying that The Rock placed something in his hands, which The Rock, did. He ended up saying that it was something he had gifted to The Rock. So we got an explanation as to what The Rock placed in Cody's hands Monday night on Raw. So Cody ended up saying that it was uncomfortable, awkward, but he believed him when he said he was going off to Hollywood, and even more when he said he would be coming back here and look for him. So Cody ended up saying that he told The Rock that he does not have to look very far, and he will be standing right where he is. So Cody ended up saying that in 3 weeks, he is going to fly to Lyon, France, and he is going to face one of the 6 competitors that are competing in the triple threat matches tonight. He had mentioned Santos Escobar, Rey Mysterio, LA Knight, AJ Styles. Cody ended up saying that him and Styles are the both NWA and WWE champions. He ended up saying, and there is Bobby Lashley and his friend, Kevin Owens. Cody ended up saying that Owens thinks he is better than him, and he thinks he is better than Kevin Owens. He ended up saying there is only one way of finding out. Cody ended up saying that it's not lost on him that they are very sold out tonight. He ended up saying that he is no longer the hunter, but the hunted. Cody ended up saying that his message to them is, if you come to the king, you best not miss. Cody ended up saying, for those on SmackDown who claim to be unfamiliar, his name is Cody Rhodes. He ended up saying, once undesirable, become undeniable. And now the undisputed WWE champion. So Cody's music ended up hitting, he ended up waving to the crowd, and he left the ring. And pretty much that was basically that. So Cody just came out there, he gave an explanation of what The Rock ended up gifting him. And all he just did was mention the competitors that were going to be competing in the triple threat match. The triple threat matches tonight. Pretty much that was that. Overall, thought it was just a okay promo from Cody. And then we saw the Bloodline, Jimmy Uso, Solo Sikoa, and Paul Heyman. They were walking backstage, and they ended up seeing a door. And on the door was Cody Rhodes' logo, with American Nightmare on it. So Jimmy, Sikoa, and Paul Heyman were angry. And out came Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens entered through the door. So in came Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens entered through the door of Cody's room. So Sikoa ended up telling Paul Heyman that he will handle him. Paul Heyman ended up telling Sikoa that if they want the locker room back, they have to win the title back. And that's by order of the tribal chief. So pretty much that was basically that. And then as SmackDown came back from the commercial, we saw a vignette announcing that Sheamus will be turning to Monday Night Raw on Monday. And that's awesome. Glad that Sheamus is returning. We all missed Sheamus. So glad that he's returning this Monday on Raw. Which I won't be covering Raw on Monday. Or like the next 3 weeks, I won't be covering Monday Night Raw because I will be attending screenings of the original Spider-Man films, Sam Raimi Spider-Man films. I'll be seeing them on the big screen in 35mm. So that's going to be a good experience, you know, watching the film with fans. So won't be covering, you know, Monday Night Raw for the next 3 weeks because, you know, the Spider-Man films are, you know, on Monday. And then we had the first match of the night, which was the first triple threat match. Bobby Lashley versus Santos Escobar versus LA Knight. This was a very good triple threat match here between these three guys. You know, LA Knight ended up coming out first. Got a big pop from the crowd. Then, you know, Santos Escobar, you know, came out, and then Bobby Lashley. So the match got underway. Both Knight and Lashley ended up double teaming up on Santos Escobar. Lashley ended up throwing Knight to the outside. Knight ended up dragging Lashley, and both Knight and Lashley were fighting on the outside of the ring. Santos Escobar ended up delivering a suicide dive onto both Lashley and Knight, which was good. And then SmackDown went to commercial. Then when SmackDown came back from the commercial, LA Knight ended up going for a superplex off the top rope on Escobar. But Bobby Lashley ended up coming in. Lashley delivered a powerbomb onto both Knight, with Escobar end up falling onto the canvas. So that was a good spot there. Lashley powerbombing onto Knight with Escobar, you know, falling on the canvas. So we had Lashley end up going for the cover, and Escobar ended up kicking out. Knight ended up rolling Lashley up, but Escobar broke up the pin. Escobar ended up pinning a double knee onto Lashley, and Knight then delivered a power slam onto Escobar. And then we saw Angel and Humberto. Both of them end up attacking Knight from behind, and Humberto and Angel end up hitting Knight with a triple powerbomb. So Lashley ended up getting into the ring. Angel and Humberto end up double teaming on Lashley. Out came the Street Profits, Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins. They end up taking both Angel and Humberto down to the outside. And then Elektra Lopez got into the ring. B-Fab then got into the ring, ended up delivering a big boot to Elektra Lopez. Dawkins went to the outside, and Angel and Humberto ended up taking Dawkins down. Montez Ford delivered a great senton onto both Angel and Humberto on the outside. Lashley then delivered the flatliner onto Escobar. Lashley ended up going for the spear onto Escobar, but Escobar moved out of the way, so Lashley ended up going shoulder first into the ring post. So Knight ended up hitting Escobar with the BFT. So Knight ended up going for the cover, and there you go. LA Knight ended up winning the match. So LA Knight will get to face whoever in the second triple threat match who won that match, whether it be Styles, Mysterio, or Kevin Owens. So, but I thought this was a good win for LA Knight here. You know, puts him in the title picture. But overall, very good triple threat match this was. And then we saw Kayla Braxton. Kayla Braxton was backstage with Rey Mysterio and the LWO. Kayla Braxton ended up telling Rey that Santos Escobar denies that he attacked Dragon Lee. So they all end up laughing. Rey ended up telling Kayla Braxton that the truth will surface. But tonight, his focus is on AJ Styles and Kevin Owens. So Rey ended up telling Braxton that he believes that he has another run as WWE Champion. So pretty much that was what Rey had to say. But we all know who attacked Dragon Lee. It's eventually going to be Carlito. It's going to be Carlito going heel. So that's going to be your attacker. You know, Carlito, you know, is your attacker. He attacked Dragon Lee. So then, as SmackDown came back from the commercial, we saw Solo Sikoa, Jimmy Uso, and Paul Heyman, the Bloodline, in the ring. Paul Heyman ended up introducing himself. He ended up saying, by orders of the tribal chief, the Bloodline offers no excuses about what happened at WrestleMania. Paul Heyman ended up saying that they don't blame John Cena, The Undertaker, or main event Jey Uso. Heyman ended up saying that accountability is a very big word on the island of relevancy, and that the tribal chief, Roman Reigns, has ordered that they accept accountability. Paul Heyman ended up saying that at WrestleMania 39, Roman entered the ring focused, strategic, and unemotional. He ended up saying that Cody took his eye off the ball for 1 second when he saw Sikoa, and just like that, the tribal chief took advantage and beat Cody. He wanted to say at WrestleMania 40, Cody flipped the script on Roman. He ended up saying that Seth Rollins told Cody that he will be his shield and the one piece of unfinished business in Roman's life. Heyman went on to say that when Roman had a chair in his hand at WrestleMania and he could have smashed Cody with it, legal Bloodline rules, he didn't. He ended up saying because after 10 years of waiting for revenge on Seth Rollins, Roman gave into temptation. Heyman ended up saying that he was distracted, that Roman was distracted by his lust for revenge on Seth and took his eye off the ball. He ended up saying that Cody Rhodes was prepared, strategic, focused, and ready. He ended up saying, and like that, it was over. Paul Heyman ended up saying that your new undisputed champion is Cody Rhodes. He ended up saying, but like a phoenix rising through the ashes, Solo Sikoa then got into Paul Heyman's face. Sikoa ended up telling Paul Heyman that losing and winning matters. He ended up telling Paul Heyman that there are consequences to losing. He ended up saying that means consequences need change. So Sikoa ended up moving Paul Heyman out of the way, and he looked at Jimmy. Sikoa then got in Jimmy's face, and he ended up hugging him. Sikoa ended up telling Jimmy that he is his brother, and he loves him. So then Sikoa ended up walking away, and all of a sudden, we got the debut of Tama Tonga. Tama Tonga, the son of Haku. Tonga got in the ring. He was in a black hoodie. Tonga started beating up on Jimmy Uso. Paul Heyman was in the corner, standing there shocked. So Sikoa ended up stopping him. And he ended up telling Tonga to pick Jimmy up. So Sikoa then ended up going for the Samoan spike. Paul Heyman started yelling no at him. But Sikoa ended up hitting Jimmy with the spike. So Sikoa ended up hitting Jimmy with 4 Samoan spikes. So then Sikoa ended up grabbing Paul Heyman. And they all raised their fingers in acknowledgement. So Paul Heyman ended up saying, let me do it right here. Call Roman Reigns. But Sikoa then took Paul Heyman's cell phone. He ended up throwing it down. And he stepped on the phone. So Sikoa ended up breaking the phone. So Tama Tonga got out of the ring. He grabbed a steel chair. And Sikoa and Tonga ended up placing the chair around Jimmy's neck in the corner. Sikoa ended up telling Jimmy that he loves him. So Sikoa ended up running. He slammed into the chair around Jimmy's neck. So Sikoa and Tama Tonga end up leaving the ring. Paul Heyman was behind the both of them in disbelief with what was happening. And pretty much that was basically how the segment ended. But Tama Tonga, now on SmackDown, this is going to be great. And, now the Bloodline, has me invested and interested in what is going to be coming next. Tama Tonga, is now there. He's adding another layer of depth to the Bloodline story, and it looks like Solo Sikoa is going to be the next tribal chief in the Bloodline, which this is going to eventually lead to, Jacob Fatu coming in. When Roman comes back, he's going to come back as a babyface, and then it's going to set up, The Rock versus Roman Reigns at next year's WrestleMania. That's how the way I see this going down. But overall, this was a very good segment here. Very interested in what they're going to take the Bloodline story, next. And then as SmackDown came back from the commercial, we had Cameron Grimes to the moon versus Bron Breakker. It's been a long while since we've seen Bron Breakker on SmackDown. He was, former NXT Tag Team Champion with Baron Corbin, which I thought that was a very good pairing, of Bron Breakker and Baron Corbin together down in NXT. But really like Bron Breakker. He is very good in the ring. And he went one-on-one with Cameron Grimes here, which this was a squash match here. Bron Breakker did a waistlock takedown on Grimes. Grimes reversed that. He ended up going for a headlock takedown on Breakker, but Breakker ended up blocking it. Breakker then ended up running to the ropes. He ended up hitting Grimes with the Steiner line. So Breakker ended up running towards Grimes. Grimes ended up kicking Breakker away. Grimes jumped off the second rope, but Breakker ended up slamming Grimes onto the mat. And then Breakker delivered a spear to Grimes. He ended up going for the cover. And there you go. Bron Breakker ended up winning the match. But squash match it was. And then as SmackDown came back from the commercial, we saw AJ Styles. Styles ended up cutting a promo backstage about how he will fix what went wrong at WrestleMania. He ended up telling Ray and Kevin Owens that they are collateral in his path. Styles ended up saying that he's going to demolish everything and prove a point. He ended up saying that this is not personal and that this is necessary. He ended up saying that they're in the way of something much bigger than they realize. Styles ended up telling Knight that he hopes he has taken notes because the damage he will cause tonight will be a taste of what he will do next week, and it will be phenomenal. So that is what Styles had to say. And then we had Bayley end up coming out. Bayley, the new WWE Women's Champion. She ended up beating Io Sky on night 2 of WrestleMania. So Bayley ended up coming out. The fans ended up popping for her. The fans were chanting, "You deserve it," to her. She ended up telling the fans that feels good. Bayley ended up saying that she will soak it in because the fans were chanting for her. Bayley ended up saying that she feels proud to call herself the new WWE Undisputed Women's Champion. She wanted to say that she has retained titles at WrestleMania and that she lost titles at WrestleMania. She ended up saying that this one feels special. She ended up going on to say that it is different and it represents the most talented locker room she has ever been a part of. Bayley ended up saying that it is different because of the fans. She ended up saying that she swears from the bottom of her heart, the last 11 years of her career, the fans have been through everything. The ups, the downs, the injuries, and setbacks. But they kept fighting for her. She ended up saying online live events or premium live events, they never gave up on her. So Bayley ended up thanking the fans. So Bayley ended up saying that she is excited to start this new journey with them. And she wants to give them an opportunity. So then out came Tiffany Stratton. Tiffy time! So Tiffany Stratton got on the mic. She ended up telling Bayley it was a little rude how she was not given an opportunity at WrestleMania. She ended up telling Bayley that she is building to some open challenge and that she accepts because it is Tiffy time. Gotta love Tiffany Stratton. So Bayley ended up saying to Stratton that it is nice to meet her, but she was not offering an open challenge. Bayley ended up telling Stratton that she had someone in mind, and this person is Naomi. So Tiffany Stratton ended up telling Bayley that Naomi could not even win a title if it glowed in the dark. So this brought out Naomi. Naomi ended up coming out to the ring. Tiffany Stratton ended up telling her that they were in the middle of something, and she already beat her. So Naomi ended up getting on the mic. She ended up telling Tiffany Stratton that she is trying her on the wrong night. She ended up telling Stratton that she has earned everything she has gotten in WWE, and she doesn't plan on stopping. So Naomi ended up telling Bayley that she can't accept her challenge just yet, because first, she wants to take on clueless Tiffany Stratton. So that was how the segment ended. But really enjoyed this segment with Bayley here. You know, her coming out there, the crowd ended up giving her a huge pop. You know, with her being our undisputed WWE Women's Champion. You know, her going on to say that the last 11 years of her career, the fans have been through everything, you know, the ups and downs, the injuries, and, you know, that the fans never gave up on her, and she ended up thanking the fans. But very good segment, it was. And then as SmackDown came back from the commercial, Kayla Braxton was backstage. She was in front of the trainer's room. Out came Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman was in shock. So Kayla Braxton ended up asking Paul Heyman if Jimmy is okay. So Paul Heyman started shaking his head. Tama Tonga stepped in. Tonga ended up looking at Paul Heyman. Tama Tonga ended up telling Paul Heyman by orders of the tribal chief. In came Solo Sikoa. Solo Sikoa ended up looking at his thumb. He laughed and he left. And Paul Heyman was asking what that means. So pretty much that was basically that. Obviously, Solo Sikoa, you know, like I said, is the new tribal chief. You know, now that Roman Reigns is, you know, taking a break, you know, now. And then we had Naomi versus Tiffany Stratton. And this match will consider the number one contender to face Bayley for the undisputed WWE Women's Championship. And this was a decent match here. So the match was already underway. Bayley was at ringside. Naomi ended up attacking Stratton's left arm. We had Naomi end up doing a modified arm on Stratton, but Stratton ended up pushing Naomi into the corner. Tiffany Stratton ended up delivering a clothesline to Naomi, and she ended up spearing Naomi in the corner. Naomi came back, delivered a right hand to Stratton, and she delivered a knee to Stratton's face. Naomi ended up going for the cover. Stratton ended up kicking out. Naomi then ended up running towards Stratton. Stratton ended up tripping Naomi onto the second rope. Stratton delivered some kicks onto Naomi. She ended up going for the cover, and Naomi ended up kicking out. So Stratton ended up grabbing Naomi, and Naomi ended up kicking Stratton in her face. Naomi was on the ring apron, and Stratton ended up speaking to Naomi, and she ended up slamming her onto the ring post. And then SmackDown went to commercial. Then when SmackDown came back from the commercial, Naomi was in control of the match. She delivered a crossbody onto Stratton. She had pinned Stratton with a drop kick. Naomi ended up hitting Stratton with a split-legged moonsault. She ended up going for the cover, and Stratton ended up kicking out. We had, at the end of the match, Naomi ended up going for a leg scissor, but Stratton ended up reversing that into an Alabama slam. Stratton ended up going for the prettiest moonsault ever, and Naomi ended up moving out of the way. So Stratton ended up landing on her feet. Naomi ended up getting Stratton into a jackknife cover, and there you go. Naomi ended up winning the match. But overall, I thought this was a decent match. You know, I'm alright with Naomi winning, but, you know, Tiffany Stratton, I thought, you know, could have won the match. There's a story, a potential story with Tiffany Stratton and Bayley there that they could do. But, you know, I'm alright with Naomi winning. But overall, decent match it was. And then we had a vignette on Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. So Theory and Waller ended up talking about the artists who were at WrestleMania that watched them win the SmackDown Tag Team titles. You know, Snoop Dogg, Drew Barrymore, Vanessa Hudgens was there. So Theory ended up talking about how Waller stepped into his first WrestleMania and won the Tag Team Championships. Waller ended up talking about how Theory got the win against John Cena last year, and this year winning the Tag Team title. So Theory ended up saying that they are the greatest undefeated tag team in history. I thought this was a good vignette here. You know, Theory and Waller, I like them as a team. And then we had New Catch Republic and the Street Profits backstage with Nick Aldis. So Nick Aldis ended up telling them that he will find them challengers for next week. So, pretty much that was that. And as SmackDown came back from the commercial, we had Logan Paul, the United States Champion. He ended up retaining the title at WrestleMania. And he ended up saying that he entered, retained, and remained United States Champion. He ended up saying this was the biggest WrestleMania ever. And it's no surprise because he was there. He ended up saying there were 650 million impressions on WrestleMania. And 200 million of them were because of him. Logan Paul ended up saying that it's a new era. And that he is part of it. So that was what Logan Paul had to say. And then we had Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. Piper Niven back on TV. And they have taken on Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. Because Chelsea Green was like, to Nick Aldis, you're not like Adam Pearce who, just places, someone that they don't want to face. That she doesn't want to face. So I have faith in you, Nick Aldis. So Nick Aldis ended up finding challengers for Chelsea Green and Piper Niven, thinking that Chelsea Green and Piper Niven were going to get some competition, some good competition. But in the end, it turned out it was Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair, to which Jade Cargill ended up facing Chelsea Green on Monday Night Raw on Monday. So basically, this was just a squash match here. We had Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair end up winning the match. Jade ended up slamming Chelsea Green onto the mat. She ended up lifting Chelsea Green up, slammed her onto the mat. Jade Cargill ended up going for the cover. And there you go. Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair ended up winning the match. Squash match. Moving on. We saw Byron Saxton backstage. He was with Kevin Owens. So Kevin Owens ended up asking Byron if he has seen those cool camera shots the last few weeks where people are backstage and they walk towards the ring. Backstage into gorilla position, out to the ring. I really like that. I really like those shots there. Some good camera work. I hope they keep it up doing that because I like that. So he ended up saying this is what he feels like doing. Kevin Owens then grabbed the mic. He began to walk to the ring. And he ended up seeing a Detroit Tigers WWE Championship belt. He grabbed the belt. He ended up talking about his match against Rey Mysterio and LA Knight. He walked through gorilla position. His music hit, and he made his way down to the ring. And then SmackDown went to commercial. But like I said, hope they keep up this, camera shots of the superstars walking backstage into gorilla position, walking out to the ring. I want to see more of that. Keep on doing it. So then as SmackDown came back from the commercial, we had the main event. Triple threat match. Kevin Owens versus Rey Mysterio versus AJ Styles. The winner will get to face LA Knight next week on SmackDown. And the winner of the number one contenders match next week will face Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE championship at Backlash in France. And this was a good main event here. Good triple threat match. Match got underway. Owens delivered a clothesline onto Styles, and Styles went to the outside. Owens then ended up grabbing Ray. He ended up sliding him to the outside, but Styles ended up catching Ray and slammed him onto the ring apron. Kevin Owens went to the outside, and Owens ended up slamming Styles on the barricade, and we had Owens end up hitting Styles with the barricade. Ray ended up delivering a Sin Senton onto Owens on the outside, which was good. And then SmackDown went to commercial. Then when SmackDown came back from the commercial, Styles was in control of the match. He ended up slamming Ray neck first onto his knee. Styles ended up slamming Owens face first onto the mat. Styles ended up going for the cover onto Owens, but Owens ended up kicking out. Styles ended up placing Owens on the top rope, but Owens delivered a headbutt to Styles. Ray then ended up tripping Styles up, and he fell to the outside. Ray then climbed the top rope, and Owens ended up slamming him onto the canvas. So Owens ended up going for the cover. Styles broke up the pin. Styles then jumped off the second rope. He ended up going for a moonsault, but Owens moved out of the way. Styles landed on his feet. Owens ended up going for the pop-up powerbomb, but Styles landed on his feet. And Styles ended up pinning Owens with an overhead kick. Ray then delivered a crossbody off the second rope onto Styles. Ray then jumped off the second rope, and Styles ended up catching Ray. He ended up going for a German suplex, but Owens ended up grabbing Styles from behind, and we got a double German suplex. Owens then monkey flipped Ray onto Styles, but Ray ended up dropping Styles onto the second rope. He ended up hitting Styles with the 619. Ray was on the ring apron. Owens ended up hitting him with a stunner. Owens ended up going for a swanton off the top rope, but Styles ended up getting his knees up. Styles then climbed the second rope, but Ray ended up grabbing Styles' leg. Ray climbed the top rope, and he ended up going for a Hurricanrana. Styles then blocked the Hurricanrana into a Styles Clash off the top rope onto Kevin Owens. Really like that spot there, Styles delivering the Styles Clash to Rey Mysterio onto Kevin Owens. So Styles ended up going for the cover on Ray, and there you go. Styles ended up winning the match. Post-match, LA Knight ended up entering the ring. Both him and Styles were face-to-face, and then that's how SmackDown went off the air. Overall, very good triple threat match this was. Both of the triple threat matches tonight were very good. Styles and Knight, it's going to be very good. And we're going to find out who the number one contender is going to be next week to face Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship at Backlash. But whoever is facing Cody Rhodes, that they're going to lose. But overall, SmackDown, enjoyable, decent show was tonight. But anyways, that's it for the SmackDown review. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed this review. Definitely give the video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for 2 more of my WrestleMania vlogs. With WrestleMania Night 2 vlog and the Raw after WrestleMania vlog. So both of those videos will be coming up. So until then, see you all later.